different sizes, right? So this one is smaller than this one. These ones are exactly the same, 50/50. Okay. Then now we're gonna go this guy, the student records.
Professor?
Yes.
So T8 is for the columns and TD is also for the columns, but it's not a heading?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Thank you.
So now we see some of the not VSP, right? Which are the spaces, and then over here I have the student records. So it looks nice, right? This heading here. Someone was telling me that the instructions on the program were not that well written. They were confusing. It was?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So that's when you take your email and write it and says, I don't understand this, so I can go ahead and modify it, so everybody gets benefit from it. Okay. One of the problems with programming is that we assume things, so it's really easy for me to assume something and don't see it, expecting you to know what I mean, when it's not true. And I'm sure a lot of the stuff that I assumed there makes no sense, probably. So we did the heading with the student record, yes.
Question, since you brought it up, sir, on the program itself. Are we supposed to like go ahead on the chapters and try to fulfill the program requirements or not?
Well, I've been trying to do the assignment based on how far we've gone. Did I assume something also?
No, I'm not saying that you did or not, I'm just asking you.
Yeah.
The program itself, I received the link being open on Saturday, sometime like that. Now, I know that we covered part of chapter 2, half of chapter 2. In order to fulfill the assignment, the program itself, the requirements, for it to be fulfilled, you needed to like read up to chapter 4. So that's why I was
Chapter 4?
At least for me, in my end. So,
Okay.
so my question is, are we expected,
No,
because
no,
this is
no,
a short
no.
course, that's why I'm asking you that.
No. How was that? What was it there that it was not,
Well, the assignment itself, the program itself requires you to do 3 pages, right? The process, the whatever, the confirm and the edit or something.
right?
And we only covered passing information from one page to the other.
Right. So you have one page,
Mm-hmm.
and which is one method.
That was student's record,
Right. and then you
emergency,
went- Then you went ahead and,
emergency, student, emergency, and then confirm. That's what you're required, right? You're required 3
The
pages.
student and emergency gotta be the same page.
no,
How can the screen name be 2 different screen names when that's what the assignment required? The assignment required is have 1 page, at least student record, main record, the screen name, and then the other one, emergency, to have its own screen name. How can you have 2 screen names on 1 screen?
Yeah, that's what threw me off, that's why I did it the same way he did.
I just made up titles.
I didn't assume, I just followed what you wrote on the
right.
assignment.
So the one with the student records, the one that we did in class, all we had was one section called the hobby, right?
Yes.
1/5.
1 field, one
Right.
parameter, yes.
That's what we did in class. So the idea of this one was to expand that one field into a whole bunch of fields.
Mm, Can you pull up the assignment on the board, the program itself?
Sure.
I can tell you what he's following. In the assignment, the instructions, namely,
Because that's
he said, students and emergency would be a title. And that came off as a little misleading, because the title goes at the top of the page, you see JSP page, whereas the way you wrote it sounded like you meant to say heading, I mean,
Heading, yeah.
No, but
That's exactly what I meant, heading. Okay, so this is the idea. So we're talking about this guy, right?
Yes,
and if you scroll down,
where you have the procedures on the bottom, on the very bottom. You have it there,
you
you
see
scroll up.
emergency contact, this is the title on the screen. Student main record, this is a title
On
on
the
the
screen,
screen.
that's why I took it.
Yeah.
I didn't assume, I just follow what you
Yeah,
wrote in the
yeah.
thing.
I should have put title, I should have put heading, right?
That was my whole weekend there.
I have an
No
email.
PK, no Mother's Day weekend.
That's
for
why I
me.
couldn't get it to display at the end because.
How about an email? How about an email?
You didn't put anything at all.
He responds very
That was
fast.
I didn't celebrate Mother's Day, I didn't watch the Heat game.
Yeah, I know, I should have put this
He goes to
heading,
school because it says this is a title.
right? So
Yeah,
that's
I
why.
took it as two separate pages.
That's,
exactly.
I follow.
All the entire week.
Yeah. All right, so basically you created two pages, right? One page with it, another page here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. I mean, the problem is not creating them, the problem is transferring the information to the
So the
confirm page,
confirm page, that's
which
the
is the
problem I
third
was
page.
having.
It's okay.
You just pass the,
How much?
you take
No,
the
I got it.
parameters that were passed the first time and you just pass them.
You just messed up my entire
Right,
weekend.
pretty much.
That's what I'm bitching
All
about.
right, so the way you do that is this way. This is what we did in class, right? The index,
Okay, good.
we did the index and we input the hobby here. And you pass the hobby to the second page, right? That's what we did in class. Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
but now you know what to see on mine, because that's what I did. I
Okay, that's
follow.
fine. That's fine, that's fine. So for the assignment, what we needed to do is do the same, but then instead of having one field called hobby, we needed to have all of those fields. All the way down here, so the very first one will have some heading, not title, but a heading. Yeah, exactly, and then the other heading here for the,
Yes, sir.
for the what? For the,
Emergency.
contact. Right. That was the idea,
And then the bottom at the bottom.
That's the process.
right? So basically what you did, which is fine too,
I consider myself an educator.
but that's a lot more work.
And I didn't assume.
So what you did was that you had over here one form and then you had another form,
You did the controller?
right?
That's the only way to do it?
So this form we call this guy and this form we call the other guy.
Yes.
Good. So it will make you work a little more.
A little.
A lot.
A little.
Didn't we see that in class last class?
That's why I went and assumed that that's how you wanted us. I
Right.
assumed that you wanted us to finish reading the chapter.
Right.
The knowledge to
Okay,
chapter
but
4.
out of chapter one, right, out of chapter one,
Chapter two.
chapter
You
two?
started chapter 2.
Right. Okay. Alright. Either way that you did it is fine. If anybody did it just one page over here with a heading and another heading, that's perfect. That's what I meant. But yeah, saying over there, title, you're talking about the title that is over here on top of the browser, right? Alright. Yeah, that's.
I'm sorry for asking so much because since
No, that's okay.
since you've been saying that you wanted, like, I believe that the wording on the tutorial was exactly how it is displayed on this and blah, 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 word by word.
Okay.
It's tutorial, not the project.
Alright. So you did even extra work there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not offering extra credit, but I'm saying.
At least he knows his material for the next,
Yeah, for the next one, you're gonna start today, you already know that.
so he's like 2 weeks
That
ahead.
doesn't console my mother that I didn't spend any time with her yesterday.
Well, now he has 2 weeks to
No, my
get
wife.
back.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the heating. No, dude, I wanna get the assignment correct.
Next time, there's something like that, email me, okay? Really. Because like I was saying before, I take you for granted, and then, we assume things, and it's not really, but that's, yeah, okay. Any other suggestions?
Suggestions. No more assignments?
No more assignments? We need to learn something out of this class.
No, but no formal assignments, bro.
Without assignments, we can't learn.
Not me for now.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start on chapter 2, and we're gonna do what he did. And I'm gonna show you the difference of doing, ASPs when you have to do this, exactly this. So we're gonna do this right here. And basically, how many of these forms can you do on a page?
It's very